Hello and welcome to another episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason, a Route 66 edition, and I am just outside Santa Rosa, New Mexico, which is about 55 miles west of Tucumcari, where I previously was. And so, just like Tucumcari, they do pay a lot of tributes to Route 66 along this road, along the main stretch. I mean, there's a few landmarks here, including the Blue Hole. There's also the Route 66 Auto Museum. But first, I'm going to show you a marker that tells a little bit of history about Santa Rosa. Here we go. So just off this roadside pullout is one that was erected by the New Mexico Historical Society. All right, population 2,469, elevation 4,620. The Spanish explorer Antonio de Espejo passed through this area in 1583, as did Gaspar Castaño de Sosa in 1590. Santa Rosa, the Guadalupe County seat, was laid out on the ranch of Celso Baca in Baca, a politician and rancher in the late 1800s. It was named for his wife, Doña Rosa. And this is just a little map of all the attractions. And one thing about Santa Rosa is it is the last real town when there's a cutoff between two very different alignments of Route 66. Now, Route 66 was actually a dirt road. However, it is closed to the public and it is not safe to drive on. So, Jerry McClanahan's Route 66 Easy Guide recommends going up this way to go to Santa Fe. But if you want to continue to Albuquerque, you got to go this way, mostly on Interstate 40. So, there's lots to do here in this town, so I'm going to kind of look around. And I just now noticed this, next to the marker, there is an abandoned gas station. And it looks like it was 30 years new, but you can see the abandoned grounds and, wow, very weird. Yeah, here's just the front part of it. Very sad. And sadly, I don't think this is the last abandoned thing I'll see in this town. So as you're entering town from the east direction, yes, you will be greeted with the Route 66 Auto Museum. With this baby right here, as well as this old pickup. I'm gonna take a look. Oh, would you look at that barbed wire? And it's also a curio shop, and they have a snack bar. Okay. Over 30 cars on display. Unfortunately, I will not be going through the museum today because of time constraints, but I'm going to go ahead and check out the gift shop. Here we go. So I am standing on the early pre-1937 segment of Route 66 in Santa Rosa, but however, if you keep going that way, which is eastbound, like 90.5 mile, it's closed because private property. But so Route 66, I can't drive on it or access it, which is sad, but whatever, it is what it is. But if you want to travel the 1937 onward alignment, of course, it is here in town. But now I will be visiting the Blue Hole Park, where the world famous Blue Hole is located. Let's check it out. And now I'm entering the Blue Hole. It is the biggest dive destination, or at least one of them here in the United States. First, I'm going to show you the sign. So it says here, depth 81 feet, diameter 60 feet, outflow 3,000 gallons of water per minute, and year-round temperature for this water is 61, although I've seen some that have said 62 or 63 degrees, but still around that area. How's that? And scuba diving, I mean, people can do that here, but they have to have a permit. Here are the rules. In fact, here is a map of what to expect. Now on this map, you can go all the way down to 80 feet, but there is a filter, so they don't want any more, accidents like that happening. But yeah, it's pretty much the, what do you call it, the land of the unknown. The vast unknown, there you go. Now there is a legend that this water drainage kind of goes into the Carlsbad Caverns, which is about 200 miles from here, but there hasn't really been much proof. Oh yeah, and for families and kids, there you go. So this was opened as a kind of a tourist attraction slash amusement park, and it has been that way since the 1970s, although it has served Route 66 travelers and families who wanted to take a dip in here. But this goes back all the way to nomadic tribes as a reliable water source in the arid plains that surround the area. Cowboys on cattle drives across the Pecos River would also stop by the pool. And then the conference center, which is just right over there, was built. It doesn't look like it's open. And yes, again, they do allow scuba diving with a permit, but I mean, yeah, some people do make it out alive. I know, I feel really bad saying this, but there has been some tragedies where, you know, people have tried to explore. There was even that one story about how those two experienced divers, or professional divers, who have been doing it for 15 or 20 years, they made it all the way, but they never made it out alive. So, I know, it's sad for me to say that, but, you know, there's a lot of consequences if you take a lot of chances like that. But you can also dive from up there, where those guys are sitting. Now, as far as animals, you can find like goldfish, koi, carp, and crawdads in here. At the bottom, there are large boulders, rubble, bones, masks, a crucifix, and other objects. At least that's what the Wikipedia page states. And again, this is at a constant 62 degrees or 61 degrees temperature, with a constant inflow of 3,000 US gallons per minute, enough to cycle out the water every 6 hours. So now I'm going to walk up these steps and kind of go towards the diving area. Alright, now I'm going to go into the diving area. And no, I'm not going to jump in, but just kind of give you a view. Really nice. See all the caves and everything. And I don't plan on swimming in it. However, viewers, you're about to witness me getting into the clear, natural water. Now, it is 70 degrees out at the moment, and it's still sunny. It's very hot in New Mexico terms, but I am going to dip my feet in the water. Ooh, oh my God. That is cold. A little slippery too. Oh my God. I'm just going to put my feet in. I'm not going to go swimming because I don't really trust myself at this time, but and then, like, if you're in a public pool, you know, you get used to it, you know, the water feeling and all that.
You'll have a safe trip home.
Here are some businesses on the pre-1937 alignment of Route 66, just by the courthouse, which is just right over there. And it's Halloween, and they had this creepy guy at the window. Nice. Oh, it's a witch. Never mind. And this is the Pecos River Bridge, where Route 66 originally crossed. And here is a legendary restaurant that goes back to 1956 called Joseph's Restaurant and Bar and Grill. It is not open today because today is a holiday. Unfortunately, I will not be able to buy souvenirs here, but it's best to look around. And there was also a Route 66 roadside attraction, the Hampton Hotel signs. You know, if you've seen all my Route 66 videos, you've definitely seen it, but It was somewhere on these walls, and I drove around the building trying to find it, but unfortunately I couldn't. But I guess it was taken down in later years. But there is the fat man's grin face. It looks like parts of it came off, like the paint, but I just went on their website, and yeah, they have lots of good Route 66 souvenirs, but unfortunately, yeah, again, they're closed. Would have been nice to get an alcoholic beverage here. Because, yes, they heavily advertise their Margarita Grande, or their big margarita. Here's a cool legendary sign. And similar to Tucumcari, they do have some abandoned places, including this one right here, the Western Hotel, which they want you to know their TV is color. Thank you. And here's a look at the abandoned place. I mean, I don't want to go too any closer because, yeah, it's kind of sketchy, but yeah, that, my friends, is the motel. That is the in-ground pool, which has graffiti on it, and I don't know when it closed, but I'll have to look that up when I get home. So yeah, it goes without saying, man. And here's another section of the Western Motel. Good golly. Wow, looks like everybody just took whatever they could and just scrammed. There's a place called Route 66 Inn next door. And I mean, it's open, but there's nobody here, at least as of yet. I'm sure they probably have a check-in time. But yeah, there is a guy here doing cleaning the rooms. Satellite TV, free Wi-Fi, and breakfast. Got it. Across the street from the Route 66 Inn is the Sunset Motel. Looking very retro. Nice. Although it does look kind of strange because it's not so often I see buildings painted orange. I'm talking about like 1970s bright orange or dark orange. Now this place is in business, despite of yeah, the outside, but because there are some cars here. And get a look at this sign. Oh my gosh. I can tell some of the light bulbs are missing. See, they're open. And to cap off my brief visit to Santa Rosa, I ate here at the Silver Moon. It's been around since 1959. Of course, as it says in big letters here. But I had a big burrito, which they call the burrito gigante. Supposedly it was 2 pounds. I only ate like 3/4 of it. I mean, my eyes were bigger than my stomach, so to speak, but and there is a historical marker right at the entrance of this place. All right, so it says here, historical landmark. Established in 1959, the Silver Moon Cafe has gained legendary status as a Route 66 landmark eatery. It is world-renowned for its signature Mexican dishes and American favorites. The restaurant has been featured in a number of print and TV news stories. It has also served dozens of movie, television, music, and sports celebrities. Huh. Well, I saw a few autographed pictures in there, but I didn't recognize anyone. One of them looked like he was in a boy band. But anyway, the Silver Moon Cafe is a local favorite, as well as a must-stop for thousands of travelers who consider their trip complete only after their meal at this historical restaurant. Okay. Alright, thanks so much for tuning into this Route 66 themed episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. Sign off. Stay tuned for more Route 66 episodes.